Can you hear me? Somebody let me know. Is the volume working? Oh, it looks like it's working now. Somebody let me know if you can hear me, because I'm going to start over once we get it confirmed. It looks like it's working on this side. Oh, no. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, sound. Yes, we have sound now. Yes? Okay. Yay! Okay. Let's start all over. Well, hello, everyone. Oh, my goodness. So, good morning. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. And yes, Happy New Year, because we are just a couple of days out. And so today I wanted to share with you our family-friendly New Year celebration. And it's so much fun, and I think you're going to enjoy hearing about it. And it comes with this super fun free printable. That's what I'm going to share with you. And I didn't even leave that in the comments for you. I'll have to do that at the end. So the reason I do this is because I love New Year's. It's one of my favorite celebrations because it's super exciting to me to think about the year and ponder over all the great things God has done, but then, sometimes look at those things that are really our favorites, and then just have goals and dreams and ideas for what we want to accomplish next year. I know it's a little nerdy, but that's something that I absolutely love to do. And so I thought many years ago that I wanted to share that with my kids and get them thinking and going as we begin a new year, what can we do better? And so we started this celebration. I'm going to show you exactly what we do and how we do it. And when it's over, I'll share with you how to get the printable if you don't already have it. So basically, it's very simple. The only materials you need are this printable. The dog's in here, sorry. And some balloons. I got these in the dollar bin. Really simple. You can add a little bit of other things that we'll talk about in the process, but these are the only two things you need. So super cheap, which you need after Christmas, right? And that's all you do. I take these printables, print them out, and then I put one in a balloon, and then one in each balloon, and then I put on the outside the time that we're going to open it. We start our celebration usually around 6 or 7 or something like that, but you can start it whenever you want to. There's enough paper to do it several hours before the new year. And then each hour, all the way up until the new year, we get a new balloon, and we open it up, we pop it. Some of my kids really appreciate that, some of my kids do not. But we pop the balloon, and then we read what's inside, and you'll find things like this one says Ephesians 4:17 through 24. So we read the passage, and then we answer the question. This one says, name one thing that you'd like to change this year. Getting rid of the dog. Then this one, here's another one. This is one of my favorites. Ecclesiastes 3:1. Name one season that you experienced this year that you're thankful to be finished with. Because it's good for us to stop and think, kind of glad I don't have to do that anymore. Maybe it's a tough algebra class, or, who knows. But it's good to stop and say, yay, I'm done with that. So anyway, there are lots and lots of ideas, and not lots and lots. I think there's 10 something. I can't remember exactly how many there are. And for each hour, all the way up through the year, or all the way until the new year. And then in between, so whenever we start, usually like I said, we'll start at 6, we'll open one, and then the next time, in between the hour, we do fun things together. Now, when I'll link to a post here at the end, and there are ideas for all the different kinds, a lot of the different things that we've done over the years in the post. But we have dinner. We might have a super fun dinner or something like that. We always have chocolate fondue on New Year's. That's one of our most beloved traditions. If you ask my kids, they all remember that's what we do, is chocolate fondue with crazy dippers and all that crazy stuff. And if you don't know, you can buy a fondue pot on Amazon, and it's awesome, and we love it. It only comes out one day a year. I don't know why, because it's really fun to do. That's our tradition. And then in between, we do other things, like we might play a game. We might, usually I try to have at least one thing that's like, let's try to do something for someone else. Like maybe we'll write a note or something, or do something for a neighbor, something like that comes to mind. And then we just, all the way progressively through the new year, answer our questions, and we do get out the Bible and read those passages, and then we answer the questions, and which really only generally takes like 5 or 10 minutes of the hour, and then sometimes it's a little longer, but generally it's not long. And then we spend the rest of the time doing fun things, playing games, whatever. My kids have been planning for like a month now exactly what they want to do during that time, so they kind of get excited and start into it. Over the years, I started going to like the dollar sections, particularly at Target, because it's down the street. And last year I found these really cute hats. They're really small, like seriously, see how big they are. And now I'm wearing New Year's hats. We saved these because they were so much fun. We really liked them last year, even though they were only $1. And this year, I don't remember if they had hats or not. I already have them because we saved them. We liked them so much. So I didn't buy any more. But this year they had noise makers. So I thought, well, okay, we'll make a little bit of noise at like midnight. No. Well, yeah. Anyway, I think I got the balloons there too, a couple of years ago just literally at the Target dollar bin, in the little section of New Year's stuff. So if they still have any, you can run down there and kind of see what they have. But again, that stuff's not really necessary. We don't always have that kind of thing, and my kids don't really care. You can actually decorate your own hat. I think that I have instructions for that in the post that I will share with you when I get done sharing live. And so that's the idea, basically. You just spend, set a time. Now, in years in the past, there have been times when I haven't been able to start until like 8 or whatever, based on, usually my kids are with their dad this week. And depending on when they come back, we kind of just push it back to whenever. You can always put more than one of these papers in an hour, or you can just pick some that you're like, well, that's maybe a little too young for my kids, because some of these are pretty strong things to think about. Your kids might be a little too young, but anyway, even if your kids are kind of young for some of this stuff, I would encourage you to think of ways that you can talk about some of these things. Maybe just pull a couple and start the tradition. And if your kids are that young anyway, you're not going to stay up all the way till midnight, so you can celebrate it like, 9 or 10 or something. We totally did that when my kids were little, and then I was in bed at midnight, and I had no problem with that. And honestly, wouldn't now either, except for my kids like this so much, we still do it. So anyway, I hope that you will come up with some fun way to talk with your kids and your family about the new year and celebrate, and I pray that you will do all of that with expectant hope, because I know this time of year we have a tendency to want to kick 2017 to the curb with good riddance and have that kind of glad this year is over, but really we should be thankful for all that God did this year, even in those hard things. So I am praying for you in that way, and I hope you have a great day and a fun celebration. I can't wait to hear about it.